just an example of when you are going to build a building. Before that, you are create a map for it. So based upon the map or architect design, we're creating a building. Logic building and effective problem solving technique is like that. So it is helping you how to write the program, how to develop any kind of program logic, and how to become a good programmer. You can say this part as before going to solve a trigonometrical problem, you have to know the trigonometrical formula, or before going to solve any kind of arithmetic uh, what solution, you have to know that formula a plus b whole square, a plus b whole cube, a cube plus b cube. So these are the different formula we have to know. So it is just like that. It's just a technique. You can say it is a technique to represent a problem to as a solution. When we design any application in the world, so it is the based upon the human need. Earlier, before 15 year or 10 year, while where we want to getting a money from bank, will spend the entire day, entire whole day we require. That you are going to a bank, you just fill up a form, the banker is giving you a token, and through the token you stand in a queue, then you got the money. It is the entire day process to getting a money from a bank, so which is very larger or very hectic tax for any person for getting a money from the bank, because you spend all the day, then you are getting what small amount of money. So by viewing that problem, and the banking organization giving a solution, that they install the ATM through which in your location or in the between the 500 and 200 meter, uh, in the distance from your home, you are getting the money. And there is also we are facing a problem, so it is not possible for for a person, those are very busy, they have to spend the time to get the money from the ATM. So when the demonetization is happened, in that part we are moving to the use of UPI application, through which by sitting your home you can give a order for dress, for the food material, the what you can go for the Swiggy, you can go for the Zomato, you can go for the Amazon, Flipkart, and you go for the payment also. You can transfer the money to
Yes.
one person to the another person by using of this phone pay, Google Pay accounts. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So these are the different problem we are facing. Based upon that problem, we develop the logic. So logic building effective problem solving, it is a technique to giving a solution to our problem. It is just like your mathematical solve a problem in a mathematics, that the logic you are developed. So when you develop when you write the different mathematical problem, or you have some kind of mathematical sum, so you are using a variety of technique to giving a solution it. The similar way, for giving a solution, lot of technique has developed. Like for the online class, we're using Zoom. It is a one platform. It is not like the Zoom is unique. Team viewer is there, Microsoft Team is there, Google Meet is there. So they are all giving you the same solution. So they are using the different techniques. Logic building is like that. It is not like that. The technique that you are provide to the, that is a unique. So many person can give the many techniques over there. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So in this session, we will going to cover identify the input, output requirement of the computer problem, explain the program and programming languages. So generally, your computer is working in the three part. Okay. Do you have laptop or computer?
Yes, sir.
What do you have? Laptop.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the laptop, you are giving your input through your keyboard
Yes, sir.
or any other device that you are using for giving a input.
So, so laptop and mobile.
No, input for input in a laptop.
Mm, yes.
Laptop रे मैं put use करियो for input दवा में.
It's a keyboard.
Then how can use कर रहे हो?
Mm,
Mouse
yes, sir.
and your scanner is also an input device. You are giving a input a document. It is scanning it and it is delivering a what Word document. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So a computer is working in a three phases. In first phase, you are giving a input, then process your input, then generate your output. First, you are accept the input from a user. Suppose you want to add the two number. So when you want to add the two number, first you take the two value 10 and 20. Then you are process it, means you are using plus symbol. Then when you use equal symbol, then it will generate the output. So in the three pages, your computer is working. One is input, another is process, next is output. The computer is working through a IPO cycle, input, process, and output. So these three phases is also used in a program developing phase. Like when you are using Gmail account or your Facebook account, first it is asking for you your login ID and password. So you are giving your login ID and password. It is validating you. If everything has correct, then it is moving to your account. It is load all your information. So first you are giving a input as your ID and password. Then next phase, it is process your input. After that, it is generating the output. So it is follow the IPO cycle. Here,
Yes, sir.
the activity of a computer can be broken down into three phases. One is input, next is process, next is output. The cycle of activity performed by the computer is also known as IPO cycle. That is called the IPO cycle. So you can represent it. So the input, process, and there is output. Input, process, next is output. That is the IPO cycle we're using. So now here you have some kind of question or your exercise. Tell me that calculating the sum of two number using calculator. So here, which one is the input?
Sir,
Calculating sum of two number using calculator. Then what is the input here?
so two numbers.
Is two number. Then
Uh, then sum.
sum plus symbol. Then your processing.
Then we'll get the output.
Yes, equal is your processing, then you are getting your output. Obtaining the juice of a fruit using a juicer machine. So here, what is the
Mm.
input?
Sir, input is the fruit
Yes,
and processing is juicer machine.
uh, grinding or mixing. Okay, grinding or mixing
Yes,
is the process,
grinding or mixing.
and the
And
juice.
the output is juice.
Great. Washing clothes in washing machine. Here, what is the input?
Clothes.
Washing clothes in washing machine.
Yes, so washing clothes is the input.
Washing clothes, the dirty clothes.
Only clothes, only clothes.
Dirty clothes is the input. Then you are giving a washing powder.
Process is washing.
Okay,
Yes.
then you are
Yes.
what? Through the washing machine, you can wash it. Then you get the clean cloth. Okay,
Yes, sir.
it is easier to understand. Yeah, you have.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So a computer is an electronic device. It needs a set of instructions called a program to perform the IPO cycle. A program needs to be written in specific language called as a programming language. A computer is a electronic device. Okay, the computer doesn't understand anything if you are not giving any kind of instruction. So the instruction is not like that you are saying the computer that you have to do it. So computer cannot do it. So you press some button and every button is used for special purposes. Like in your laptop, you are using what Wi-Fi option is there, and in your mobile phone, your hotspot is there. So hotspot is sharing your internet connectivity to other devices. So that is a work of your computer, means work of your what is a instruction. So you are providing instruction to do the work. So it needs the set of instruction called as a program to perform the IPO cycle. The set of instruction is called as a program. Like when uh, in your room or in your home, you have a electric board. In that electric board, you have a different kind of switches. Fan switch is there, a light switch is there. So every switch is used for unique purpose. If you on the fan, then fan is working. When you on the light switch, light is lightning. So these are the different switches are there which is used for unique purposes. A similar way, when you giving a instruction to the computer, so every instruction is different. Like for when you want to go for a shutdown your system, there is a shutdown is there, a restart option is there for restarting your system. So these are called other different instruction you have to pass. For giving a instruction to the computer doesn't understand anything. So for giving a instruction to a computer, you need a some specific language. That language is called as the programming language. So various programming language we're using like C, your C++, Java, Python. So these are the different programming language we're using to giving a instruction to the computer. When a computer or you are passing the instruction, the computer uses the step-by-step procedure to perform a task. Do you know cooking?
A little.
You know how to make tea,
Sir?
how to making a tea. Do you know?
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Yes, sir.
Tell me the procedure.
Um, First, half cup of milk
Yes,
and half cup of water.
yes,
Then we add sugar and boil it.
okay,
Then we add
okay,
tea leaves.
okay. So you define the procedure or the what uh, that the thing you are telling me. So you just telling me that you have just told that you have to follow this kind of step. So first you mix the water, mix the milk, then boil it, then you add the tea, then sugar, then your tea is prepared. So is it that when you what just uh, uh, turn on the gas and you are using a pan and we are just uh, power the tea leaves over there? So it is not fast procedure. The procedure you say there you said there that is following the step by step process. The similar way, whenever you are writing the program or giving a instruction to the computer, it must follow the step by step process. A computer is designed to accept the input, process the input, generate the output. First, you accept the input, then you process it, then you generate the output. You need to provide the set of instruction that specify the kind of input that will be provided. What type of, suppose you, if you want to expect the what mango juice, so your input should be a mango. So by giving a mango, you are not expecting that you are getting jackfruit juice. So what is the
Yes, sir.
provide that output I will get. Suppose I'm giving you 30 and 20, and if I press the plus, so it is added a number, it is not subtracted. Here,
Yes, sir.
the processing that needs to be done, the kind of output that we expected. So that is called as your program. The instruction in the program can be a sequential, can be your decision making, or it may be your iterative. Sequential means it follow the step-by-step process. When you write a program, your program is of three types: sequential, decision making, next is your iterative. Sequential, it follow the step-by-step process. Decision making, like if you want to delete any photo from your mobile, so it is asking you, do you want to delete? Or when you download any file, it is asking you, do you want to download? So it is asking you question
Yes, sir.
because your program is written in this way. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that is the way of writing the program. And next is iterative. Iterative work is what? So in when you write a program, there is some situation you want to repeat one statement more than one time. So that is called as a iterative. Means suppose if I'm asking you that you take the name and phone number of your 10 friends, then for one friend you have to store the two number, two information. Then for 10 student you have to or you supposed to be pass 20 value, 20 lines you have to write. For one friend two, and for 10 friend you have to write 20 lines. Then in that part, if I using the iterative statement, so there is no need to write the 20 lines. I have to only pass the two line. Then I repeat it up to 10 times. So 10 times when I repeat it, so it is giving me the same result. Okay, my 18 line is reduced here. So I supposed to be not to write the 18 line. I have to write the two line and repeat it up to 10 times. Then my work is over. The iterative process is like that. So it is just repeat the statement again and again based upon your condition or any kind of what restriction that you have passed. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
See that computer, when you are passing the instruction to the computer, so we learn that you have to pass the instruction to the computer in the form of um, programming language. So human need to learn the programming language. We need to communicate with the each other. We require a language. So if we want to communicate with the computer, if computer understand programming language, then the computer must to go for the learning purposes that the computer will learn the C program, computer will learn the C++. Okay, so is it possible?
Yes, sir.
कंप्यूटर में जाएगी कोई जगह लर्न करिए तो कंप्यूटर हमें खाली इंस्ट्रक्शन पास करो क्लियर
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
how it is possible that computer will understand all the program if computer is understand the programming language then every computer is limited with a particular language. Okay, suppose as a human being we basically in our state we know our language, Odia language, we know Hindi, we know English, and if I go to the Hyderabad, Telugu, so we don't know, we can't speak, but in that part, in that part also computer working. So it's possible that computer uh, need to know all the programming language. The computer doesn't understand any kind of programming language. Computer only understand the two number that is called as a 0 and 1. 0 is
Yes, sir.
off, 1 is on. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Then what are the instruction you have passed? Like you are passing A, B, C, D, E, F, anything, any letter that is present in your keyboard. What are the information you are passing here? Then the computer converted that instruction to the 0 and 1 format. Okay. Why? If we computer only understand 0 and 1 format, and if you want to pass the command to the computer in the 0 and 1 format, it is very difficult or it is not possible for a human being to remember all the numbers. Okay, so can you know your mother's your number or your friend number? Do you remember?
No, sir.
It's not possible. Maybe it is if your best friend, one of the best friend, then you maybe remember it, but you cannot remember the 10 friend number or 20 friend number. It is not possible. So we
Yes,
never
sir.
remember it. Okay. So
Yes,
similar,
sir.
when you pass the instruction to the computer, it is not possible to remember the command in the form of 0 and 1. Okay. See that if I'm giving a task that you have to add the two numbers, so we only use the plus symbol for adding the two numbers. But when you use the plus symbol, behind that, computer is understand this number 10150 100. So if I just asking you add the two numbers, then you have to rememberize this number 1015010. Okay, so even if I'm not also remember it, okay, that is not possible. So any person that you have to remember this kind of number, and if everything is number, and if you want to ask a person, okay, suppose your name is Disa, so I'm directly called as Disa. If I called you as your contact number, then it may be happen that if I see you in the road and I'm asking, I'm calling you, so when I speaking your what number, so maybe 4 and 5 people stand near me. Okay, so that means what happened? Like every person's number is starting from like 94, or some person number is starting with 79, 78. So if I call you like 783, So it may be happen that nearer to me, other person is having same kind of number 783 or that, so they
Yes, sir.
the other way. Okay, so that is the problem. So we cannot pass all these things in the form of a number. So we, for passing the command or for passing the command in the 0 and 1 format, were using high level programming language. Then there is a question: is computer know this high level programming language? No, computer doesn't know this high level programming language. Computer is only understand 0 and 1, and we pass the instruction to the computer by using of high level programming language. Then this high level programming language is converted to the 0 and 1 format by using of a special program that is called as a compiler or translator. Okay, then you also know that when uh, a prime minister is going to a different country, then he's using less English. Okay, so in that part, what happened? So there is a translator is there. The prime minister is saying something, is translating that Hindi language to Hindi and deliver it. And if other person is saying in English, then is also translating it and convert it into Hindi and sing it. So
Yes, sir.
compiler work is like that. It converts all our programming language into machine language. That machine language is called as the 0 and 1 format. Then computer only understands 0 and 1 format. It is process our input and giving us as an output. Clear?
Yes, sir.
What are the different high-level programming language we are using? A high-level programming language consists of the set of instructions which are represented using simple English words. There are many high-level programming languages are available, such as C, C++, Java. Each language has a vocabulary and grammar. So every language is having a vocabulary and grammar. Grammar is called as the syntax of the programming language. So in the programming language, that vocabulary or grammar is called as the syntax of that programming language. So, but a question, but can a computer understand instruction written in a particular programming language? A computer cannot understand instruction written in a particular programming language. To solve this problem, a special program called as compiler is used. The compiler work is what? It is converting the programming language into the machine language. Clear?
Yes, sir.
A compiler processes the statement written in a particular programming language and convert them into machine language. The process, the compiler work is converting the process that is happened. That process is called as the compilation. The compilation process, it is converting the programming language. The process is called as the compilation, and compiler is converting the programming language into machine. Here, while adding the number A add B equals C. So we are adding the two number. Here we are using a compiler. The compiler converting the programming language into the machine language. 0110. So it is a machine language we are using. So now it is a question for you. A dash is a special program that convert the programming language into the machine language at one go.
So compiler.
Yes, good. So this is the first part we covered. Then we move to the next part. So in this session, we will learn about the various problem solving tools to solve a problem. Like in your home also, to manage uh, smaller or to solve some kind of electricity problem, you have the what minor tools, like it is tester, you have the plus, you have the screwdriver. Okay, so these are the small tools we have to giving a solution. So here the tools that we use to represent the procedure to solve a problem, that is, one is algorithm, one is your flow chart, another is your pseudocode. So this is the three problem solving tools we're using, so which is used to giving a solution to a particular problem. Problem means it is a programming problem. To giving a solution for it, we use this one. Algorithm, flowchart, next is your pseudocode. Then, what is that algorithm? Algorithm is a sequence of steps required to solve a problem. The characteristics of algorithm: an algorithm ends after fixed number of steps. Each step in the algorithm clearly specifies the action to be performed. So it is providing you the step-by-step process to do a specific work. Every step in the algorithm clearly specifies the action to be performed. What to do? Okay, in which step? So it is defining it. The steps in the algorithm specify the basic operation. This operation can include the calculation, input output operation, and comparison. In every step it will have it is asking that you have to give some kind of value, you have to compare the value, then you calculate it and you give the output. The algorithm accepts the input data in a defined format before it can be accessed. An algorithm generates one or more output after the input is processed. The resultant information termed as output can be displayed or stored for the future preference. So first, when you process the algorithm, it will give more than one output. Like when you clean your dirty clothes by using of washing machine, you are getting two output. One is your clean cloth, another is the wastage water. So there is a two thing you are getting. Something
Yes, sir.
something it is need for us. The clean cloths is need for us, and the wastage water is not need for us. Okay, so which
Mhm.
one is need for us, we keep with us, and which one is not needed for us, we what just left it. Here
Yes, sir.
it's saying that algorithm accept the input data in a defined format before it can be processed. So when have you ever been to your purchase of vegetables? You যাইছো মানে vegetable anything market?
Yes, sir. With mother, I have gone.
Okay. Then to purchase, suppose your mother is asking that you have to bring potatoes,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
or kind of vegetable. Uh, then how you have to keep it after purchasing? How you bring it?
So in bag.
Yes, you use the bag or some kind of poly bag that is provided by the what
Yes, sir.
shopkeeper. Uh,
Shopkeeper.
then if I'm asking that, you keep the petrol inside the bag. You purchase the petrol and you keep it inside the bag. Is it possible?
No, sir.
Because for storing the liquid item, we require a closed container. Okay,
Yes, sir.
in the bag we cannot bring it. So when you want to store the information in a program, you store it in a defined format. Okay, a container is required. That container is used for the specific purpose. Just like when you store the information, your information is of two types. One is your numeric type, which contain the numbers. Another, which is store the combination of letter, number, or any symbol. So that is called as a character format. One is numeric format, another is your character format. Then to store that information, we have to define that container. So that container is your numeric, another is character. So here in this step is saying that the algorithm accept the input data in a defined format before it can be processed. An algorithm generate one or more output after the input is processed. The resultant information term as output can be displayed or stored for a future reference. An algorithm follow the IPO cycle. It is also follow the IPO cycle. First, it take the input, then it process it, then it generating the output. An algorithm follow the IPO cycle to solve a problem. See that it is a simple algorithm that we are using. One is start the algorithm, insert your ATM card, ATM machine checks your card details, then enter the PIN number. The ATM machine validate the PIN number, then press the cash with receipt button, select the amount you want to withdraw, collect your ATM card, the ATM machine count the cash, collect the amount from the ATM machine, collect the statement from the ATM machine, then end of your algorithm. As you start the algorithm, insert the ATM machine, we check the card detail, then
Yes, sir.
enter your PIN number, ATM machine validate the PIN number. Okay, so then you have to select your amount you want to withdraw, collect the ATM card, ATM machine count the cash, so some sound is going on. Okay,
Yes, sir.
then you collect the amount, then collect the statement, end of your algorithm. The next check, it is a rule when you start the algorithm or write the algorithm. First, you start with start keyword, start the algorithm, end the algorithm. Then next is accept the first number, accept the second number, multiply the two number, display the result, then end of your algorithm. So it is the process for what multiplying the two number or for writing the algorithm. For writing the algorithm, you define first start the algorithm, then end the algorithm, then in between you write the steps. Every step it perform some kind of action to be has to be done. That is accept the number, then it is having some kind of operation like multiply the two number and display your result. Okay,
Yes, sir.
So here we have mentioned that is start the algorithm. Let A, B, and product are the three numbers. Accept the value of A, accept the value of B, then product equals to A into B, display the result, end of your algorithm. So here what happened? Here we write the algorithm normally. Here we write the algorithm little bit technically because as a programmer, you have to give as a technical basis. It is just like non-technical part. You are defining a process, how to do it. But here some technical part we are using, not so much technical. Like here we are using A and B and product. Let A and B and product the three number. Then you accept the value of A, accept the value of B. Then product equals to A into B. It display the product. Then end of your algorithm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here the A and B that we're using here, so that is called as a variable. So what is the work of variable? Variable work is to store the value. As the name suggests, the variable value is always changes throughout your program execution. That means, suppose I'm giving you a task that you have to add the two number. If I store in A 20 and B I am storing 30, in product it is giving you result uh, 50 if I'm adding a number. Then if I'm asking other person, that person maybe give 40, maybe give 50. So it is different. The person to person, it is different, the value that you have stored. So in the statement, the product equals to A into B and equals is called as the assignment operator. Here A and B is called as a variable. Equals is called as the operator, is called as the assignment operator. It assigns the result of multiplication of A and B to a product. So we multiply the number and assign the value in a product. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So consider another example of the algorithm to increment a given number by one. First, start the algorithm. Let n be the number. So we take a number as n. Then accept the value of n. Then we increment the value n is equals to n plus 1. Then display the result n. Then end of your algorithm. So in the preceding algorithm, n is a variable. In the statement, n is equals to n plus 1. The number 1 is added to the number value n and it is increment the number and store value. So here we start the algorithm, end the algorithm. It is a what? A starter and terminator. In between, we accept the number, let n be the number, accept the value of n, then n equals to n plus 1, display the value of n. A similar way, we're using flowchart. The flowchart is a graphical representation. See that in the algorithm, we are written the statement in a English-like statement, or we are passing in a word or letter basis. So if you are moving in a highway, okay, so if there is a some kind of humps is there, so at that side, it is giving you or it is notify you in the form of a symbol. Okay, like there is a home, school area is there. In that part, it is not written because if you read it, then it will take the timing and you may face an accident. And the graphical representation, it is a better way to represent any problem. Or like, do you watch cricket match?
Sir. No, sir.
Okay. And the Sensex, you can see that like the graph that we're using, how much the COVID percent is increased and decreased day by day. So it is showing you in a graphical format. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
graphical format, we able to understand that the number of patient has increased or decreased in the day by day basis. So similar way, the flow chart is just like that, and you can say it when a building is built up. So it is not like that. The what contractor has come and just started and giving a order to labor to that you have to start to build a building. That is not possible. So first of all, you are giving a map. So like here my bedroom. Here should be my what kitchen room. Here should be my what dining room. So everything is diagrammatically it is represented. Okay. So when you represent the thing in a diagrammatically, then it provide you the better way to understand the thing. Okay. When I telling you that apple. Okay. So then at that sudden time, the picture comes to your mind. The apple looks like what red and okay. So that the picture is created in the mind.
Yes, sir.
So diagram is just like that. It is giving you the better idea to understand any kind of logic. When the people is reading only the text is there, then you feel bored because human mind is not so much flexible or so much what strong that you understand all the things by learning the things. So you need some kind of picture. From the picture, we it is giving you the better idea to understand it. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
in your schooling, you have some biology part, or you have some physics or chemistry part. So that is what it is showing you molecular configuration diagrammatically, and
Yes, sir.
so that gives you the better idea. Okay, and when you represent a plant body cell, it is represented in a what in a diagram format. So it gives you the better idea to understand it. A similar way, for represent the logic in the programming part, we are also using this symbol. So that is like a flowchart. The flowchart also contains some kind of a diagram, which is accept the input from the user, processing the input, then display the result. Processing would involve the computing and the decision making. As we know that when you are writing a program, your program is of three types. It may be a step-by-step process. It may be a decision making. It may be a iterative. So similar way in the flowchart, you can also represent your logic in this three way. You can use the step-by-step process. You can use the decision making, or you can use the iterative process. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Advantages of flowchart is what? Flowchart help in analyzing the problem effectively because diagram is a way which makes you understand like it's saying that like if you send a message we're using a different kind of smiley in WhatsApp. Okay, so if you feel bored, if you feel happy, if you are giving compliment, that face is also different, that picture is also different. So that picture is showing you what you're trying to say. So there is no need to write all the time. Happy means if you write I am happy. So for writing that I am happy or this line, you just send a symbol, happy symbol you have to send. Then the people is
Yes, sir.
that you are sending a smiley. Then is understand that you happy with that. So flowchart is just like disadvantages also it contains. Drawing means it will time taken. So drawing flowchart is
Yes, sir.
very time consuming process. In normal, when you write your note, if there is some kind of mistake you have did, then you just cut it and you write in the upper part. Okay, but
Yes.
when you draw a diagram and in any step you have done the mistake, then you have to redraw the entire program. So which is very what time consuming process or very difficult part. So if any step is having a problem or difficulty, then entire flowchart you have what you have to redraw it. Okay. So any doubt till now?
No, sir.
Okay. Um, I have some work tomorrow. I have given a time to start the IT class. So I'm not taking able to take your class in 9:30. So uh, if possible, then I will take at 8 o'clock evening, or else that class I will manage. Just a minute. The Monday class I will manage on Thursday. Tuesday, as usual, I will take the classes. The Monday class I will take at Thursday, or Wednesday, or if it is possible, then I will take at evening. Okay, in Monday. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So in next class, you have on Tuesday 9:30. Okay. So
Yes.
we take your IT classes, your textbook classes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You learn in the CHSC or your CHSC board or your CBSE board?
CHSC.
CHSC board. Okay. You are first year, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in Tuesday we start with the IT classes. Okay. You have already learned somewhere for IT.
Mm, no, sir.
Okay. So from beginning I will start. Okay. So I will try to cover all the things, but on between the timing. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We will meet Tuesday, 9:30. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
if possible, then I will take the classes tomorrow at evening. I will inform you. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will send all the notes and this video also. Okay. So I will send it this WhatsApp number. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Bye bye.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.